Good morning. Haven't done one of these early morning ones in a while. Welcome to day 91, Thursday, July 9th, 2026. It's warm. It's like 60, it's the warmest it's been in the tent, 64. Yeah, just lower elevation. So used to being up high with chilly mornings. A little bit of rain off and on during the night. So I'm glad I kept the rain fly on. It's early, it's like 4:30. I got up a little earlier than usual, just on my own. I had my alarm set for the normal time at 4. Have about 18 miles to get into Grand Lake. I expect after the first 4 or 5 miles, there's a lot of popular lakes and campsites. So probably we'll see a lot of people, which is cool. There is one concerning thing on Far Out from checking this morning. I guess there are a few sections where people have reported just a ton of ticks. I really hate wearing long pants, especially when it's hot. But lucky for me, in my last resupply or the one before that, I had Sarah send me out DEET bug spray. So I'll just spray my legs, I'll make sure I spray them a few times. The vegetation may be a little wet with the rain, so I want to make sure I have a good coating on. I got it for mosquitoes. Haven't really had a mosquito problem yet, but they could be coming with lower elevation and mid-July. But it works for the ticks too, so but I'm gonna have to make sure when I get into town that I really check for ticks. Yeah, the last, you hear the stories and read some of the stuff about Lyme disease. It's just awful. So I want to avoid that, but I also want to avoid wearing long pants. So that's going to be my strategy. Let's see how it plays out, Cotton. Day 10 of my 172-mile segment. Managed the food pretty well. Yeah, overall pretty happy with how it went. Averaging about 17 miles a day. So all that's good. I kind of planned for like 18 to 20 mile day average, but with all the great climbs up and down, a bunch of 13,000 and a 14,000 footer slowed me down a little bit. This was just an awesome segment. So I'm really looking forward to town. I'm not going to get in until mid to late afternoon. Hopefully I can get some errands done. Like I love to get laundry done today. I love to pick up my post office stuff today. Things like that. And, a small town like this, who knows if the Wi-Fi is decent enough to upload videos. That's going to be probably a challenge, but we'll figure it out. If not, I only have like 100-mile segment to Steamboat Springs, and I'm sure the Wi-Fi is very good there. So also confirm up plans for Sarah to come out and see me in Steamboat Springs. There is one little wrinkle. There's a 24-mile section in Rocky Mountain National Park as soon as you leave Grand Lake that you need a permit for to camp. You also need a bear can, which is not an issue for me because I have one. So I got to try and get that permit situation figured out or do a long 24-mile day out of town, which doesn't sound too appealing. But yeah, just great segment. Really stoked to enjoy some town time, and we'll see you on the trail. Right, we've been traversing around Monarch Lake to start the day, getting close to 6. All right. Made it to the trailhead, and we have got a trash can. Amazing. I don't have a lot of trash, but we'll take advantage of it. There's a lot going on here, huh? This must be a popular lake spot. All right, it's that time again on the CDT. Time for some road walking. All right, it's 8 o'clock. We're finally getting a halfway decent view of Granby Lake. Big climb, kind of a claustrophobic trail. I'm not loving it. We've been following a ridgeline for a while above Granby Lake. It's like this, we get like a view for 10 seconds and then we're back into the wood line. It's just the way the terrain is, you know. I love being high above the lakes, but it's nice when you have a view of the lake for most of it. This one, not so much, but what can you do? The views we get are pretty nice. And the sun is out. It looked like it might be rainy when I started, but it looks like we're walking in the blue skies, which I love. So we're going to keep on marching here. At some point, we're going to get to the other end of this lake. Feels like I've been traversing this lake for a while. All right, we're entering Rocky Mountain National Park. I think I'll take a break here before I move on. So the trail, we're in a national park, but I think the boundary here is the shoreline. But we're not in Granby Lake anymore. This is the Colorado River. Very cool. Rocky Mountain National Park. I've never stepped foot in it before for any reason. This is a first. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. Just had some bug try and bite the back of my knee, and I'd seen reports on Far Out about lots of ticks in this area. So I just lathered my legs once again in DEET to hopefully keep them off of me. Got about 3.5 miles to Grand Lake, which is fantastic. Hopefully be there around 1 or so, 1:30. Check-in is at 2. So we'll see whether I decide to just grab a beer or go to the laundry. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Okay, it's 11:30. We just left Rocky Mountain National Park. We'll be back there soon. Passed a bunch of trail maintenance workers. That's always fun. And have about 2 miles to get to the middle of town, it looks like. Awesome. The timing on this is working out pretty well for me with a 2 p.m. check-in. Okay, just had a beer, some chicken tenders, and an enormous basket of fries, along with a tasty draft of Sierra Nevada Hazy IPA from the World's End Brew Pub. Now I'm gonna head over to the laundromat and then the post office and then go check in. Sounds like a plan. All right, I'm trying to multitask here while my dirty clothes are in the laundry at the laundromat. I dumped the backpack there. I'm gonna try and get over to the post office and a quick little pop in at the grocery store, just cause they're both kind of away from the main drag and the hotel. All right, made it to the post office. Okay, I got my package. Still have like 16 minutes on my laundry. So I'm gonna pop into this grocery store real quick and see what they got. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. We're getting some much needed rain here. It was really coming down a while ago, but yeah, it's gonna be raining for another hour or so. I went to the outdoor store, got some more fuel and a new bite valve. The one I have was starting to leak, I think, so I'm gonna drop these off and I gotta figure out what exactly I wanna do for dinner tonight. All right, it's 4:30. I just picked up some dinner for tonight. There's a lot of good restaurants in town. I already had like one meal and a beer. So I'll just stay in the room tonight and then I'll get some good pizza or some sandwiches tomorrow from one of the restaurants. But yeah, I'm ready to kind of hunker down and enjoy the rest of the evening.